starting games in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
So is testing, testing, testing.
Welcome back, Bill.
Glad to be back. All right. So now we've got Malaysia versus Canada, a rematch of last year's finals.
Yeah, we were just saying that in the round robin, Malaysia really had Canada figured out last year, but the gold medal game was fairly close until Malaysia just kind of pulled away in the last couple points. So
yeah, last year Canada was ahead, right, going into the half. And I think Malaysia turned it around in the finals, correct?
I wish I remembered well enough to confirm that that's true, but I'm going to assume you did your homework. And
all right. This is the best homework I've ever had to do, is watch a ton of dodgeball. So I can't complain about it.
It's a lot more fun than some kinds of homework, yeah.
So, fun fact I learned, because I've written down all the player names and numbers, Malaysia doesn't have a single player with an odd number on their jersey. What does it mean? I have no idea, but I can't wait to find out why.
Meanwhile, Canada, several odd numbers.
Yeah.
We'll
Maybe that's why.
Who has the better numerology?
Yeah. Also, Canada only has 11 players, another odd number.
That's right.
And there's 12 men on the Malaysian team. Again, an even number. What does it mean?
What do they know?
Where's
that the rest
Nicolas
of the
Cage?
dodgeball world has not figured out? That's what I want to know.
These are the important questions. All right. Look to see a bunch of like 360 spin moves coming from Malaysia. They do it a ton, and it's amazing, and they hit their mark, and it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I think Canada off the rush will tend to play it more standard, let's say, with the lateral back to a teammate. But yeah, we'll see what the teams decide to do. Both teams have some very fast players off the rush. So those sprints to just try and get that ball right away, get it into the hands of a player who can attack right away or take that attack themselves. We will see. I think we're pretty close to starting this match. Yeah, we're going to try and get some mid-match interviews going. Maybe after this one, we'll see who we can find.
Or halftime.
Yeah, maybe halftime. We got a couple of minutes.
Okay. Either way, this is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
So a lot of returning players for Canada. Same with Malaysia, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, Malaysia definitely has some new blood and some returning. Their captain, Robert CK, has been at this for several years.
So one of the most interesting things I picked up on last year with Malaysia was that even on the back foot, they were doing cross courts from corner to corner and hitting their mark. This team is super accurate. They are not afraid to throw, and they will really put you on the back foot.
Yeah, they're also very fast at charging their opponents. So off the rush, nobody actually takes the throw.
Pump faking from the ground.
Why not, right?
Let's see, does anyone throw from the...
We see early aggression, both teams, but so far nothing connecting. And Silveira
pressure.
Grabbing back. Eustace goes low but gets hit.
Double committing to that out, but I think it was worth it. Getting that corner out is always super important. It kind of changes the momentum of the game.
Yeah, so Garcia, Silveira, and Eustace knocked out. Malaysia still 6 strong.
Woo!
And there's a 1-for-1 on the side.
So this is Yusuf's first time on the A team.
Yeah, he
for
was
Canada.
Exactly. He was on Team Maple Leaf, which was the alternate squad last year.
Oh, okay. So he does have experience playing in the event, which is awesome. Now he's on the A team, and he was telling me before that he's excited to play. He's not feeling nervous, so I'm really excited about that. I'm excited for him.
Yeah. We see, oh, there's a block.
There we go. Once again, the throw count will reset whenever any ball is thrown, no matter if the team has a burden on them or not. One ball thrown, count reset. And you just saw it there. Malaysia took their time and made another call because they had a new ball count.
Yeah, now Tom Singh by himself. This is Richard Tom Singh, also new to the national team. Got his start, I believe, playing trampoline dodgeball.
He's staying alive. He's doing a good job of keeping his distance. Right now, you don't want to be taking all the space you can. You want to be looking for chip shots, especially right now into a bunch of throwers. Big catch!
Yeah, you saw him look for the first one that bounced and then stayed down for the second one. Brought back Matthew Garcia Silveira. But there are still 5 players from Malaysia.
Malaysia is so good at forcing those throws and staying alive.
And they're pointing at Garcia Silveira. They don't find him, though.
I was thinking about this when I was watching their games. Malaysia is very good at taking big risks, but at having great risk management. They'll take, big plays that are not too great, but they'll be taking big dodges. They'll force a lot of moves on the opponent. They're great at that.
They're a very elusive team, too. They're very hard to hit. Garcia Silveira alone makes himself small and low. He's been on the national team for a couple of years now. He's playing aggressively. Gets away from that one, hits it.
Hits him in the back. Ooh, and he gave him his back. He was trying to bait that throw. You saw him turn around, put his head back. He was trying to bait that. That was not him 100% giving his back there.
We see some good posturing from Gunting, but doesn't let go. Silveira.
Big toe shot, but the catch.
Woo! Garcia Silveira looking at tough odds, so he takes a chance. And unfortunately for him, that shot, which hit the feet, great throw from him, but it popped up. And
wow,
I didn't see who made the catch, but that was some good awareness and good height.
Yeah, that was beautiful placement. Like, everything about that play was beautiful.
Yeah,
the throw was beautiful. The heads-up reaction by the Malaysian player.
Yep. And so we see a 1-0 lead for the defending champs. And,
and they don't get 2 of their balls.
That ball not cleared.
Yep. Mergler comes up with a big shot up the middle.
Yeah, Mergler, who's been playing dodgeball since he was 12 or something, and on the national team for Canada pretty much every year, almost every year.
That's not big shot right to the face of number 12.
Yeah, that's C. Jim, also on the team last year for Malaysia.
These even number players on Malaysia are very good. Is that 2? That's 2 outs on 1 ball.
Yep.
That's one way to bring the game back into your favor.
Here, Jeff Snow, also a veteran for Canada. Ambidextrous threat.
Jeff Snow, last one in for Canada right now.
He's facing down both low. And, he gets hit out there.
Okay, so Malaysia up 2-0 quickly.
Yeah, that was a closer point than the first one, but Malaysia converted. I'm not sure what happened with Canada just leaving 2 balls alone off the opening rush. That had to have been a miscommunication or something, and it cost them.
Yeah, it looks like that's what Mergler's talking about, I guess. That's definitely been a frustrating experience when that happens, when balls get left on the line, either because your player didn't realize something happened or
maybe didn't hear the whistle, or I'm not sure, but you cannot do that. Jason Mergler in his first season as the captain of the Canadian team. Both teams quick, but
this team is so good at communicating. They all just yelled like 4th ball.
Yep. There you see they do a good job of kind of encouraging the Canadian players to commit to a dodge of some kind and then let go. So Malaysia setting up well. Gunting there avoiding the throw from Mergler. Snow staying at the line.
You'll notice Mergler is pump faking without a ball, just trying to get every little bit of percentage of attention that he can, because every bit you're not paying attention to someone else is an opening he's creating. And a big shot on Mergler as we're talking about him.
Gunting finding Mergler when he wasn't quite looking in his direction, so it's good awareness from Gunting.
Yusuf almost
hit
came out
out.
with a big catch there, but just pops out of his pocket.
Woo! There we see a lot of
Snow
back and
with the
forth. Snow
counter.
hit out as well. Ranican missing.
Malaysia is forcing these events of chaos and just coming out on top. They'll start these counter throws and have a counter to the counter ready.
And now it's just down to Ranican and Garcia Silveira, who did have some great on-court chemistry last year, but now the refs.
Ranican responsible for that big catch against the United States last year. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, and Garcia Silveira had to dive for it and tip it up to him, so it was one of the most ridiculous plays I've seen in a high-stakes match. So,
if you haven't seen it, 2017 Canada versus U.S. semifinals from last year. Amazing finish to that game. Like one of the most memorable dodgeball highlights I've ever seen.
yeah, certainly the most intense game I've ever seen live. Both players missing. And now Malaysia decides not to take the shot as Ranican backpedals.
Keeping them looking.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 against 2 here.
Shot clock going down. Ranican shooting. Gets hit though. And Garcia Silveira forces the one-on-one, but yeah, see Jim there connects right to Garcia's chest. So
These players are so accurate and throw so hard. Once again, I've got soundproof headset on, and the boom of these throws is just going right through it. Like it's incredible.
yeah, it's good velocity from the players there. Canada trying to play the player advantage aggressively, but Malaysia responds to that very well and takes a 3-0 lead. Malaysia faster to the balls this time, but electing not to throw.
Keeping a lot of pressure on that Canadian team right off the start.
Now Ravichandran, new to the Malaysian team, directing traffic from the middle, letting go.
Big block. Canada's waiting to get that 4th ball. Going to set their play, approach the line, take that pressure.
And there we see the throws.
They commit 2, 1 ball left. They're going to give it to Wu. Once again, we were talking about this early. Once you're down to 1 ball, you typically give your middle player that ball, and yep, there we go. Go for that trade. You know it's going to be a bad situation, so you try to make the best of it. You try to get it on your terms.
And Wu making a hit. He did also get hit out, but all things considered, I think that was it worked out as well as it could have.
Yeah, I don't think that was a bad situation. I think they, once again, risk management. Canada looking good there.
And now we got a 5-on-5 situation. Canada with more balls. They're
Another
missing
commit
Ranican,
2.
holding the line.
Ooh.
Snow as well, posturing.
How much of a curve did that have? That ball looked like it came off the court.
That had a lot of curve. I've played with and against some of these Canadian players before, and some of their curveballs are pretty dumb.
Just shouldn't be possible. A lot of pressure Malaysia putting on those 2 corners. This is what's so good about being such a threat from any part of the court, as Malaysia's shown, is that the other team has to respect you, and they get so much pressure out of it. Once again, Malaysia calling out, we got another ball, let's come together and reformulate a plan, and a big shot there.
Yeah, that's Ceruto getting knocked out, I believe. Oh no, not Ceruto. Yeah, Wei Sheng in one corner, who was on the team last year. And Gunting in the other corner. Ooh, hopefully everybody's okay there. There was a face shot and an exchange. That was Gunting getting hit out.
Ooh, ball in that dead zone.
Oh, Ravichandran with a big hit. Snow now deciding
barely
not to
missing
take it.
there.
Yep. Snow and Mergler, teammates for a long time on this Canadian team.
That helps so much. If you play at your local level, stick with a team for a while. It's amazing how much better you get just having that chemistry.
Yeah, but now we see Jason Mergler, the Canadian captain, by himself getting blocked. And aggressive back and forth and a big hit.
That'll put Malaysia up 3-0 now.
Yeah, Sheng converting under pressure there.
Whew.
It's a really strong start from them.
they're staying strong, but they're also really keeping themselves calm and collected. Like, they're sticking with the game plan. They're not getting too ahead of themselves. They're getting that line, and they're looking very consistent in the way that they're playing.
Yeah, they're even during these rapid-fire exchanges, they look like they know exactly what they're doing. Yusuf clearing that ball with a good jump. Gunting again showing pressure from the corner.
Canada's a very solid team. They really take, like, almost playing by the book to a T.
Yeah, you can see that they tend to, it's a good acrobatic move out of the way from Yusuf.
Showing why he got that 18 position this year. He's doing incredible work.
Well, those throws missing. Yusuf hit out from his blind side, but then the counter by Snow connects.
Snow saying, if my opposing corner is going to throw and try to take out my middle, I'm going to take you with me.
Yeah.
I will trade a corner for an inside player any day.
Nice bend on that throw from Peck.
Once again, we talked about the corners being these protectors of their teams, and your starting corners are typically the players that can protect the best and will get you to that end game 100% the best. So Snow making that counter throw is saying, I will take that counter, I will take that corner, and I will get my team some advantage with that.
He's been a dangerous corner player for years for this Canadian national team, so a lot of experience there. And now we see Canada coming to the line against the 3 remaining members of Malaysia. Canada hoping to build a little bit of momentum for themselves.
That was a nice combination pump fake with a stagnated throw afterward. Really getting that, like, off moment. Ooh, is that a big shot on Snow? Or was that a block? That was a block.
And I believe that's Garcia Silveira knocked out, so. Ooh. Close to a difficult team catch, but now let's see Jim finding the mark on Tom Singh.
He was hoping just to trade there, get someone out to make that end game easier, but couldn't make it work. Big block by Malaysia.
Refs discussing something at center court again.
So once again, this is the 2018 World Dodgeball Championships here in LA. This is day 1 of 4. Today's round robin. Tomorrow will be round robin as well, and bracket starts on Friday.
Yeah, so these teams have been practicing for a while, but this is the first day of putting everything into practice and seeing how well you actually stack up against these other elite squads. So
yeah, look for these teams just to get better and better as the days go on.
See Cerudo at the line. That ball bounced before it hit him. John Woo picking up another ball. Now the Canadians conferring, coming to the middle. Ooh. And is that a catch? Sheng saying, or sorry, not Sheng, that's Si Jim.
The refs will come together and talk about that. That was a tough call to make. Out, no catch.
So now you just got June, who I would say was Malaysia's best player in the playoffs last year. Showing aggression, going to the air and getting hit out.
Canada on the board, first point.
Yeah. Coach Vic on the court to say, good job, everyone. Which I'm sure is exactly the language he's using, too.
Yes,
so.
very, very formal. Good job, people. You did the thing.
Yeah.
You did it.
Did it well. And now Canada on the board. Malaysia, though, still up 4-1.
Shout out to our refs. They are all amazing. These are like some of the, I'm not even saying some of, these are the best like refs there are. Like the players I've seen reffing today, I've played with and against, and they are top tier. These are the guys you want reffing these matches. They know their stuff. Some sports players, you know, people like to trash the refs, not in dodgeball. All of these refs are players and top tier players at that. These refs get a ton of respect for that. Big shot by Snow.
Yeah, eliminating June there. Now Canada looking to try and build out a bigger advantage as they go back to the offensive.
Okay, committing 2 with a stagnated double team.
Yeah, but Gunting staying alive. Eric Cerudo showing a little dragon punch in the middle there.
Once again, ball's going to the corners, trying to put the pressure and split that vision. He gets above it there. Mergler, that is.
Yeah. Good hops on both teams. Back and forth, but again, nothing connecting.
Malaysia forced a lot of commits from Canada there. I think they're down to their last ball, or do they have 2?
Nope, just one. They'll give it to Richard Tom Singh.
Ooh, he's playing defensive with that.
Missing, though.
Ooh.
Oh, and Yusuf hit out.
He tried to get over it, but just barely got him in the knee.
We see some good variety on the windups and throws from Malaysia, too. Like, they've got some neat little sidearm flicks.
Ooh, and a shot on Mergler, and a shot on Snow.
And now Malaysia in control on this point.
Okay, 3 against 5. Malaysia
Tom
really broke
Singh.
the game open there.
Absolutely. They, on those flurries of activity, they just seem to find the mark and avoid getting hit a little bit better, and it's the difference so far.
This is still not a bad time for Canada. There's not enough balls on the Malaysian side to have a blocker for everyone, so expect the Canadian side to start slowing down in terms of how many outs they get, but Malaysia's still kind of vulnerable in those positions.
And
There we go.
Ravichandran hit out.
Ceruto with a big shot from that corner. The opposing corner didn't take the shot, though.
I think you can also expect Canada is going to try to hold on to 3 balls even after they throw, because right now, when they're down players, all they have to do is keep 3 balls. Oh, and they do exactly the opposite of what I just said. But in
Double
this,
commit there.
yeah, they do get Giatzer out.
And good sportsmanship there. One of the players passed a ball back after he was out, a ball that he didn't have control of. If you have control of a ball, you can always pass it back after you've been hit.
Yep.
But a ball you don't have control of, you cannot touch. So Malaysia rolled that ball back after the player's mistake.
Yeah.
It happens, you know. We've all done it by accident here or there.
That is definitely true. I have so many mistakes that I've done over the years. That's just one of many. But
I wrote a book called All of My Mistakes, Part 1 of 8.
Canada.
No one will publish it.
All right. Well,
3-3, as you were saying. Ooh.
Tom Singh protecting, and there's a hit.
I think the ref called him safe.
Gunting with a block. Whew. Now the ref right there, so I have a lot of confidence there. Garcia Silveira hit out, though. Now the
Ball went
Canadians.
over and under him. That was crazy, that dodge. He had such a slim margin, and he pulled it off. That was beautiful.
Now we see the Canadians up to the line. Ceruto's the one to throw and misses.
Off the shagger and back onto the Canadian side. Gives them that second chance.
Going across,
Ooh,
but that is
nice
blocked well.
block.
Now we see Gunting and Sheng and Aaron. And avoiding that. That's okay. Tom Singh, they're throwing one of the balls that Canada had, but they've still got 2 on their side. As long as each player keeps a ball to defend themselves with. Ceruto with the catch.
Ceruto.
And was that 2
Two
catches?
players go out. And there it is. Canada brings it back. Scores 4-2, and there's 4 minutes left on the clock. Canada's looking for another point before we go to the half.
Yeah, they've been able to string together 2 in a row and cut that deficit down.
They're getting that momentum.
They still had to earn it against Malaysia there. That was clutch from Eric Ceruto making those catches, but
That was nuts. Did he get someone out on as well, like with a counter throw with that catch? Or
I
did he
think it
catch
might have been
2?
It was definitely 1 catch. I didn't see if there was a second. It was a little too quick, and my angle was a little too not ideal to answer that question. But
That was crazy either way. In a clutch situation like that, I mean, when you get a blocking ball, if you block, that player's gonna, not feel, you're trying to force that mistake. And Ceruto forced enough mistakes for them to, not force enough throws to finally make a mistake, throw on body, dropped his ball, and made that catch.
yeah, he's got good awareness for that, where if he reads your body language with the ball coming in, that he can drop his ball and look for a catch instead, he'll go for it. Eric Ceruto, I think, is the only person to have been on Team Canada every single year that there's been a Team Canada. So
Really?
he, at least on the men's side, I'll have to check if that's true on the women's side too. But Eric's been at this for a while at a very high level. So
That's nuts.
showing a bit of that veteran savvy and poise in that last match. Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, like we said, the Malaysian team so strong and has already built up that lead and has shown that during those exchanges back and forth how often they come out on top. Just maybe one player up here and there, but
Once again, just for those tuning in, this is the 2018 World Dodgeball Championships here in LA. This right now is Malaysia versus Canada, the rematch of last year's finals. So if you're looking for a good match to watch, this is the one.
Oh, back and forth. And I think Garcia Silvera hit out there as well.
He forced a lot of commits for that one out, so let's see what they can do with that ball control.
And we've got just over 4 minutes in the first half. 5-on-5 now. Yusuf takes a shot, makes a catch.
Okay, pushing that line, taking that pressure. It's so important to take that line because even after you throw, you want to slow the progress of the other team. Every second you take away from their throw is important. Gives them less time to pump fake, puts them on edge. They have to make a quicker play, and it's usually easier to read those.
It's true. You don't want to give them the time and space and the feeling of safety to do whatever they want to do. You want to take those things away from them as much as possible. We see a couple of throws.
Double team.
Yeah, but
one ball left, and they're going to give it back to the middle there.
It's Richard Tom Singh in the middle. Ravichandran did a great job of going low and keeping his blocking ball out in front of him and surviving.
Once again, that middle player, last one in, wants to pull all the pressure toward him, will take those extra steps up, put himself in a little more danger, but trying to mitigate that being the only player with a blocking ball.
Exactly. It's making the best of a bad situation, but the players who do it well, it's actually scary how much they make you fear for, like even if your team has 5 balls.
Ooh. Trying to hit the camera.
Harigara and Ravichandra's shot a little off the mark there.
We've got 3 cameras. We'll swap. You can't take us out.
We'll still watch you. We have 2 minutes and 40 seconds in the first half.
An untied shoelace as well.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. Safety first in dodgeball, folks. We don't want to see anybody, step on that shoelace, wipe out, crack a knee or something like that.
Yeah.
So
We'll pause the game. We're fine with that. Time will stop. Speaking of which, we're at 2:42.
Yep.
2:42. Once we get to the half, because there are 2 halves of 20 minutes. Once we get down, it will be in no block overtime. So no one's allowed to block. We're back in the action here. Once again, 4-2 Malaysia over Canada. Canada's taken the last 2 though, and they're working their way to try to get a 4-3 before the half.
Mergler hit out, couldn't get that ball into blocking position in time. Garcia Silvera is going to take over that corner now. Oh no, it defers to Tom Singh. Throw from Snow missing. And the counter.
Good work there by Jim.
Yep. Jim is doing a really good job of showing pressure and keeping his team controlled.
Usually once that opposing corner throws and you're on defense, you want to charge them down, force them back quick. You were saying before, space is so important in this game. And you want to keep it or take it as fast as possible.
We'll see some good poise from Malaysia despite being down players.
We're down to 1:40.
Yeah, so Jim with the block there. Now Pyong and Harigara are going to talk about what to do next.
5 balls right now for Malaysia.
Yeah, Ceruto the solo. Garcia Silvera finds it.
Dodge, what a move. And he gets that catch, turns around and takes the shot, brings it down to 1 player. It's a 5-on-1. Let's see what C-Jim can do. It's an out.
Yeah, Jim knocked out there after some good heroics from Garcia Silvera. You can see the energy on his face after that too, so.
Woo. Score is 4-3. There's still 1:11 on the clock, which means you will start another game before the half. Any amount of time on the clock, we will play another game.
That's right. Yeah, and we see so far the story of both teams putting together point streaks.
Yeah.
4 for Malaysia, now 3 in a row for Canada. So Malaysia obviously is going to want to step on that momentum. Canada's just going to want to keep it going.
Yep, let's see if they can keep that under control, though. No one wants to get too excited and start taking those over-eager shots.
Garcia Silvera surviving and hitting. That's a 2-fer. Pyong knocked out there as well as Gunting.
And that's big. You're going to go into overtime with a 6-4 advantage, no blocking. You take away that slowness that comes with having those extra balls on your side. once you're in that overtime situation.
And now with just about 40 seconds left, cross court from Snow missing. Tom Singh trades.
When you're up on players, a one-on-one trade is the best thing you can get.
Yeah,
Oh, it looks like 4-3 though. It looks like they got Mergler as well on that. That ball's going to go back.
There's a whistle, I think, just because, yeah, ball from another court. So typically that means whatever happened before that or just after that whistle goes off will be not counted. Now we see Ceruto makes a call, but there's a hit onto Roberts. Robert CK, the captain of Malaysia, hit out.
Right in the top of the head. Snow getting under that.
Did he actually come up with that catch? Or did we just hit sudden death? Because I
We
think
hit
Jim,
sudden death.
Yeah, Jim is still alive, but they did manage to knock out his teammate. I think that might have been Pyong on the far side.
Okay.
Or Jack.
So see, Jim is going to get as small as possible, put balls to block his lower body.
Well, he's not going to want to block.
Oh, that's a good point because it's no block time. That was a setup. That was intentionally a setup, definitely. That wasn't a mistake.
Got to
though.
explain the rules.
Yeah.
So you can see what Jim is trying to do there. He's holding 3 balls, and when the shots were coming in, he was trying to let them go so that if you're holding the balls, they are considered a part of your body in terms of blocking, i.e. you can't block. But if you can kind of push them out in front of you to defend yourself.
Big jump by Yusuf.
Yeah, Yusuf has big ups, but Ceruto showing that
patience
showing that
and
fake.
poise.
Yeah. But Jim's still alive. He's going to set up low again.
There it is. Yusuf.
Yusuf, I think, recognizes that Jim's eyes went toward the other corner and took the shot. So
That's exactly why you want your balls on the corners. You want them split up, take away that vision.
yeah, when there's only one player left on one team, the other team is generally going to want to spread out their balls and players as much as they can. Force that player to really work their peripheral vision. Like, they have to keep turning their head. It's really hard to keep focused on everything you need to if they actually go to the opposite sides of the corner. So Canada set that up pretty well there, and Yusuf was able to connect on the shot that ties it up.
Yeah. Yusuf showing. Not on that B team anymore. I'm on that A team, and here we go.
Yeah.
I know my stuff, and I'm going to take my shots. Against Malaysia, the former champions, too.
Yeah, so the
Not
golden,
even former champions, current champions.
yeah, the defending champs against the defending silver medalists. I don't know if that's a term you toss around usually, but obviously both of these two teams, I think, have to be 2 of the favorites coming into this tournament.
Oh, absolutely.
So
I think you're also going to see a big showing from the Team Mexico. They've added a lot of players from the UDC championship team to their roster.
But yeah, the upset over Doom. Or I don't know if you'd call it an upset. To me, I don't follow the scene enough, so I'm just used to seeing Doom win the UDC championship.
Yeah,
So
Doom was that 5-time champion going for their 6th, and the young squad coming out on top on that. And
yeah,
so 3 of them joined the Team Mexico this year.
yeah. So we'll see how. I haven't had a chance to see the men's Mexican team yet, or the women's team, but we'll get our chance to see them. And
Yeah, I'm excited to see all these teams. Good generic phrase, Bill.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all of these teams play. But seriously, I am. Like, these are the top teams in the world. Like, everyone's been so interesting and, like, amazing to watch. We saw
Yeah.
Argentina before playing a much different style than most of us are used to seeing.
yep.
Seeing the U.S. team play before, like, just as I was out and about. So there's a lot of cool games going on right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of great matches. I am hoping that we'll be able to have all of them on stream at some point.
I think the other streams did start going up.
Ah, excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to open chat, by the way. If you have questions and you're watching the YouTube stream, please leave a comment with your question, and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability.
As we get this second half underway, 4-4. Let's see. Nothing doing off the rush. Both teams electing to play it a little bit conservatively. Mergler showing big fakes out of the corner, but the shot comes out. We see Canada with the early player advantage and timeout. Garcia Silveira talking to the refs. Coach Vic joining him at center court.
I don't know where you can find the schedule online. It should, if you search WDBF.com, or not WDBF.com, but if you search WDBF, DodgeballWorldChampionships.com. Sorry, there we go. DodgeballWorldChampionships.com will have all of the information that you need. At least that's what the schedule here says.
Yeah, the USA Dodgeball Facebook page, also with pretty much all the information, has been broadcast out over the last couple of days. That's another place you can check.
Also, they have an Instagram, World Dodgeball Federation, and Twitter, I assume.
Yeah, they have all kinds of social media options. So.
There's at least 2 social medias that I know of. If someone invents a third, let me know. I'm on all 2.
I don't know if there's a Snapchat account for the WDBF, but...
It's just Snapchat and MySpace, that's all I know.
Oh, we saw Garcia Silveira get hit out.
Okay, back to the match. Stop talking about social media. We're in the second half right now. A lot of big pump fakes coming through. Is that a catch? No, that's an out.
Yeah, that was a hit. Snow shot, but Snow hit out as well.
Okay, we're seeing a lot. See Malaysia coming together. Let's see what they do now after that halftime. I'm sure coming back from being up 4-0 and now being tied 4-4, that huddle probably had a lot to say about how to get back in this game.
Now we see just Ceruto and Tom Singh. Ceruto blocking.
Terry, you got a lot of fans in this chat, I'm noticing.
Well, that's nice. I appreciate hearing the words. Oh!
Big shot on the shin. That's one of those moves that is a high-level dodgeball player. You know, when they're throwing, they're getting their shot off, and then they're like tucking and rolling or making a big dodge. They're not just focusing on that first action, they're worried about their secondary action. They're saying, I have to do this and this.
And you saw Lowe not only connect on that throw, but get all the way down to the floor under the counterattack. You see Ceruto looking for that same place, holding 2 balls, sees a shot come in, he drops them and looks for a catch. And that one way over him. Malaysia maybe trying to get him to reach a little bit.
You know what he's saying? He's saying, head up, heads up. Keep your head up.
Yeah.
You got this. Yeah. You're down 3-1. Say, you know.
Believe in yourself.
Big believe.
Yeah. Low goes high. Now we see the throws coming in. Jack and
stays small and they can't connect with him.
Yeah.
He's got a 4-ball advantage. Right, 4. Shagger's got 2 on that right side.
Yeah,
good job keeping that pressure on.
Yeah, he's hanging on to the 1 ball, though. You see him pitch another ball to the ball retrievers for Team Canada. That throw missing. And this point is reaching 3 minutes now. Ceruto. Those throws weren't as hard to avoid as some of the earlier ones. Now you see those balls gently rolling back toward Jack.
Ooh, maybe that was the plan the whole time.
Oh. Nope. Yeah, I think Ceruto there kind of got baited in by the situation, thinking he had some good shots to take, but that was a risky play.
Yeah.
And Malaysia now gets themselves back on the board after giving up 4 straight to Canada.
5-4. You know, a close match, that's a loss, is still a loss. The points only matter for that match and tiebreakers. The matches won is what's important here. So 5-4 is close, it's great, but you want to win the match.
This time, Canada was faster to the ball, but Tom Singh didn't take the shot. Did avoid the shot coming out at him from Malaysia.
Okay, taking that space.
And we see a
Gets
hit.
1.
Yeah.
I believe that was Sejin that they got out.
That was number 18, Tan Gia there. Now you can see how active a lot of the dodging is. Sometimes even when a throw doesn't come, if players aren't sure, they'll just err on the side of getting out of the way.
Yeah. But you know, at the same time, that can be bad. If they force you to make a big dodge, especially when jumping, that's an easier shot they get. There's nowhere, you can't double jump. This isn't Crash Bandicoot. You get 1 jump.
I like how when you talk about double jumps, Crash Bandicoot is the game you go to.
I played a lot of Crash Bandicoot. It's the only game I've had for 13 years.
Back to the PS1 days. Now Malaysia on the offensive. There's a big throw toward Mergler that misses. That's Haragaran missing high. And now you see Canada come up.
Woo. Almost had that catch. Big cross court. This is where we're talking about. The corners of Malaysia have no problem throwing from that back line. They will take that cross court because they're so good at getting out of the way for that counter anyway. They're willing to take that shot.
There we see in the back and forth. Whoa, that is a grab by Eustace. Is the ref saying maybe not a catch? I have to say, from the camera angle, I thought that looked like a clean one, but
either way, a non-captaining player, don't think is really allowed to talk to the refs, especially talk back like that. So,
so Eustace wasn't happy with the call, but you do have to respect the ref's choice. So
yeah.
There we see throw from Wu, not really doing much. The ball coming in from the other court, calmly knocked back by Haragaran. And now he and Robert are going to try and whittle the Canadians down again.
They're down.
Wu showing pressure, but he gets hit. Great throw by Robert.
That was impressive. Usually in that situation, you want to go for the player without a blocking ball. It's the higher percentage shot that you're going to convert on. But they hit that corner with that blocking ball.
And now Garcia Silveira scooching back, but he's safe. And we see just Robert goes across. Good deceptive throw. Then looking for Mergler when he was mostly defenseless. Mergler staying low, Robert missing high.
Mergler makes that look good. When I do it, I just look like I'm a beached whale.
Yeah, the problem is he actually moves when he's on the ground. I don't so much. Mergler and Garcia Silveira baiting in another throw. Yeah, good dodging there from Robert again. So agile. Good lateral motion.
I'm sorry. I can't control where this player is. He's just off the screen.
Yeah. It's true. Robert seems to prefer that corner.
Okay, just to be clear what happened there, Mergler made the shot, the ball popped up. Mergler threw a second ball because that ball popped up in the air, he could still catch it, and he wanted to make sure that he wasn't coming out of that with a loss.
Yeah, exactly. Once a ball hits a player, it's still live until it hits the ground or the netting or anything that's out of play to cause it to go dead. So had Robert been able to find that ball, potentially could have had a catch off the pop-up.
Canada ties it up 5-5.
Good, quick shots. Ooh, and I think Yusuf hit out there. Wu holds the line and gets another ball back. Scooped up by Garcia Silveira, but good accuracy from Malaysia. Now we see Canada to the line. Eustace the one taking that shot. He avoids the counter.
Okay, 4 balls for Malaysia. Let's see what they do with it.
Yeah, Robert knocked out this time, so just 4 players remaining. And a miss toward Eustace there. Haragaran showing a good arm in this match. Snow missing. And
big block there.
That low, going low, blocking. Now Malaysia with 5 balls. And it's Eustace. Oh, Mergler, I think making the catch, also getting hit out, but I think he'll take it.
Are there 2 catches? No, there's 1. Okay, sorry. Someone's been playing back for Canada. I thought they still had 4 players. Looks like they're up to 5 now.
Wu getting under that attacking ball pretty well. Low, keeping a watchful eye for his teammates. I love how big the letters are in John Wu's jersey.
We have the space. Let's just fill it.
Yeah.
Okay. Malaysia's got to pull back now, but once again, we were talking about how once you have a ball for each player, you can really slow the game down.
Yeah, but they connect on John Wu there through his blocking ball. That was a good toss. I think coming from John's blind side.
Let's see what Canada chooses to do here.
You can see Canada's trying to stagger those throws. I think they're trying to have the first throw move the Malaysian player in the middle, and then the second throw follow him.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to nothing's, a pump fake can get you to, force a dodge, but an actual ball thrown can make you force into a position that you can't make a secondary move out of, and that's exactly what Canada wanted. They couldn't capitalize on it, but they got the situation that they wanted.
Big fakes from the opposing corners. Snow dodging that ball. So Lowe and Yusuf on the opposite sides trying to see who will flinch first. And Lowe gets hit, calls himself out. Jack still alive in the middle, though.
That was an incredible cross court.
It was indeed. Now we see those shots find Eustace, maybe even both of them. Snow runs out to retrieve a ball that was in front of his team a little bit. And now Jack and Jim set up against the 3 remaining Canadians. That throw towards Snow misses.
Okay, as we were saying, once you have a ball per player, everything starts to slow down a bit. This is when it gets methodical, and those early outs mean a lot as to who you got out and the tempo you're going to set for the late game.
Yeah, some players thrive in these situations, though, when there's a lot more room in the court. Yusuf showing some acrobatic dodging.
I feel like it's a lot like chess. If you study your end games and you work backwards, that's what a lot of veterans have. They have a lot of end game experience. So when you are the last one in and you've... Oh, is that a catch or an out?
I think Jack got hit there.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately with chess, I'm just a rookie, so...
Oh, same. I don't think I've ever won a game.
There we see some good blocking.
Once again, what was cool there, and something we've done a lot, is that first throw came in from straight on. They want to pull that blocking ball forward to block with and leave the side of him open for Yusuf to try to get that side of him. Open him up to the side, pull that blocker forward.
Exactly. If you can get that first committing to a block, a dodge, whatever else. Oh, Garcia Silveira playing real aggressive. Just barely surviving.
He's got moves. He's got moves. Once again, feel free, if you're on the YouTube chat, leave us comments and I will attempt to answer the questions between the amazing action that is this game. 5-5 finals rematch.
And Canada currently with the player edge, and now the point edge. Oh, no. All right. Sounds like that was a hit. Fortunately, Jim could not survive.
It can be tough there as a player. You don't know if the ball that you just blocked went down first into the ground and then hit your leg. He definitely felt a piece of it and then hit his leg. He wasn't sure what happened between there.
Yeah, that's why we have a lot of trust in these refs there. As you were saying, they're very experienced, very passionate about the game. And there's only one place they were looking at that one, so.
Yeah, makes it very easy when you only have to look at one place as a ref.
Again, neither team actually taking too many shots immediately off the rush.
Yeah, I think they're starting to understand each other's meta. They're putting that, big shot.
Jason Mergler with that quick release. Finds a hit there. Now just 2 balls on the Canadian side. We have Mergler and Wu talking about how they're going to play defense. Garcia Silveira kind of daring the throws. And Malaysia just electing to throw 1 there.
I think we have just over 8.5 minutes left in the second half. So Canada's looking to pad their score, and Malaysia's looking to even it up.
Some great back and forth there. Gorgeous curveballs and great acrobatic dodging. Nobody wants to let that ball go. There's a pop-up. John Wu hit out. But Robert was hit out as well. And I believe that was Goon Ting on the far side.
I got to give credit to Wu. Wu really baited that other corner to pull in and, gave 2 openings to Team Canada. That's why they got those 2 outs. Wu had such patience, knowing that one player in front of him was an easy out and anybody can get him. It didn't have to be him. Great awareness. That's why he's on the team that he is. He's on this Canadian A team.
Haragaran doing a good job to stay alive when Mergler threw that trailing ball. And Garcia Silveira getting a little lucky that ball fell just short. Now, Haragaran is the target, and he lives.
Okay. Just as important as having players on the field is having the ball count.
And Jack also throwing, but No luck there. Now we see Canada coming. Okay.
And let's use this break just to once again tell the folks out there, this is the 2018 World Dodgeball Championships here in LA. Right now you're watching Canada versus Malaysia. Canada's up 6-5. This is a rematch of last year's finals, but we're on day one right now. So far from this year's finals. Check us out through Saturday. You can find more information on dodgeballworldchampionships.com for the schedule, for points, which court your favorite team or your home team is on. So, and once again, leave us a comment on the YouTube chat, and I will try my best to answer your questions.
Yeah, and we'll try our best to make sure you understand what's happening on the court too.
I think right now they're both taking a timeout just to gather and figure out what to do from here.
Yeah, timeout was called, I think, by the Malaysian team there. We have 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. Canada currently up 6-5, but this has been so close, it's obviously anyone's match. So.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of time right now for Malaysia to come back and take this, especially because any amount of time when a game ends means the next game starts. It could be a second left, and they're going to start that game.
And Malaysia with that strong 4-0 start. It's obviously evened up a lot since then, but they've got it in them. And Miss Cerudo there. So now Garcia Silveira, Tom Singh as well, joining Cerudo on offense. And those throws at Jack missing. Jack with the big fakes.
That's a really risky play there. You got a player with 2 balls in hand right in front of you, and the player directly ahead and the center both through. That gives him a big opening and charge. They're lucky he didn't take it.
But there, you see that they managed to knock out Cerudo to even the player count. I believe that was Haragaran's ball. And sides from either way. Garcia Silveira hit out.
This is what we were talking about. Malaysia's chewing their way, scratching, biting, chewing their way back into this game.
Yeah, they've just whittled down the Canadian side with good, smart counterattacks.
Patience.
There it is.
There we go, 6-6. Malaysia looks pretty happy about that one.
Absolutely, they earned that point.
They absolutely did. That was patience to a T.
Jack and Haragaran playing smart, connecting on some throws, just executing really well.
Trying to see the score clock here, but I can't make it out. Just to see how much time is left.
I can tell you, whatever it is, it's 17 seconds and some number of minutes. That was helpful, right?
Oh, very. Looks like 6 minutes and 10 seconds.
Pyong not electing to take the throw. But now Malaysia, as the winners of the last point, are going to have to throw first. Missing that ball towards Snow was Haragaran.
I think that was a no-look. He looked like he was looking left, trying to make a no-look throw, trying to catch him off guard.
You see 2 shots over there toward Haragaran, and this time he survives. Snow and Wu in the corners for Canada. See a throw go over Mergler from Pyong.
Nice pump fakes, forcing those moves, getting that right side the opportunity to try to hit someone on the move.
Yeah, and there we see the pump fakes from both sides, whether on offense or defense. Malaysia's active, energetic pumping causing Mergler to dodge before he even threw. So,
Number 16 on Malaysia, Roberts, is doing an incredible job putting pressure, doing a lot of pump fakes, trying to force out that mistake from Mua, his opposing corner right now.
See a shot from Mergler, pretty easily blocked. And now Malaysia 4 balls strong. And now we see those middle Canadian players who don't have balls they're doing like a staggered step up kind of thing, trying to bait in a shot. But Malaysia not biting.
Once again, if you guys are enjoying this, share this match with the other players, other friends, family.
Get on to Snow. But yeah, share with your friends, family, co-workers.
Everybody needs
Eustace.
big dodges.
Oh, now on the back and forth, Wu forces a trade. I think Jack was hit out there, yep. Wu definitely was out. Some good high-flying play at the line.
Incredible match. About 4 minutes left in this half. This is the second half once again. There's 2 20-minute halves. We're in the second. Score 6-6. Canada started down 0-4, came back 4-4, and they've gone tick for tack since then.
Ceruto actually did throw the last ball to set up that 6-ball offensive from Malaysia. So Malaysia unfortunately could not quite find the mark, but they still have 4 balls and 4 players to work with. Now Pyong hanging back.
Whew. Okay, I don't know who that hit, but it was not Mergler.
Now it's Canada's turn on offense. Looking for Pyong, but missing. Looking for Robert as well, but he gets under that ball smartly.
Malaysia forces a lot of committal from Canada there.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you think you've got them lined up, and you do not. Robert, they're going low and blocking well. Mergler said he didn't block that cleanly, so he pulls himself out. And that'll leave just Garcia Silveira and Ceruto.
A lot about this game is just how much integrity these players have. They don't leave it up to the refs. If they get out, they call themselves out. It's a big part of this game is integrity.
As well, great ups there from both Pyong and Harigaran.
Acrobatics. That was crazy.
A curveball try at Ceruto from Pyong, but it misses the mark.
He dropped his ball there. He was looking for that catch. They knew they were coming for him, and he wants to claw his way back into a 3v3 match.
Ceruto the one to throw there, but blocked cleanly by Robert CK.
Robert CK just got down, got low, blocked that. These balls are only 7 inches, so getting behind these balls and blocking is difficult.
Garcia Silveira on the offensive, throwing 2, missing. There's a hit onto Robert by Eric Ceruto. Somehow Garcia Silveira surviving. Ceruto missing that second ball. And a good hit by Harigaran. And now it's just Garcia Silveira. 1 ball rolling over, scooped up by Harigaran.
2 minutes left.
Good little lateral move to avoid those balls. Pyong will scoop up and take another shot.
Big dodging.
Pyong fiercely at the
Big
line,
block.
but now he's vulnerable, gets hit hard. Garcia Silveira, though, no balls in hand until now.
Okay, he brings it down to a 2-on-1. He put himself in a really dangerous situation, but he did it on his terms, which helped him out there.
And now he goes across court, but Gunting not threatened.
Little no look, trying to get him if he was going to charge him.
And aggression from everyone. Harigaran the one to throw.
There's just about a minute left, minute and 10 seconds. It'll go to a sudden death no block if this game does not finish.
Garcia Silveira, he's not going to give up the line. Blocks that one. Goes cross court. Blocked cleanly by Gunting.
And he says no, no, no.
Oh, but he gets Harigaran, makes it a 1-on-1.
And he's coming back from a 3-on-1. Let's see what he can do here.
Gunting, though.
Looks like 40 seconds left on this clock.
Gunting baits out that second ball. Doesn't take the shot while Garcia is on his butt. Garcia Silveira so aggressive. Gunting with a little, maybe, but nah. And he converts. Gunting showing so much poise there, so composed, and eventually so accurate.
But hey, there are 20 seconds left on this clock, which means that we are going to another game, and that game has to finish. So Canada can work their way back to 7-7. Can you tie?
In the round robin?
Yeah. Or does it go to another game, to a game 15, if this one ties?
I'm not sure. I think you are allowed to tie in the round robin, though.
Okay.
If not, what usually happens is, if after sudden death, if the score ends up tied, certainly in a playoff match, and I'm not sure, we'll have to check on whether it happens for a round robin, but if the score ends up tied after sudden death in the playoffs, they will go to a 4-minute point that has normal rules, and then after that, go back to sudden death rules to resolve it.
Got it.
I think. We'll double check all that for you. Yeah, Malaysia's clawed back the lead, 7-6.
Once again, there's 20 seconds on the clock, but that's just 20 seconds from normal rules. After that, it becomes no block. Okay, teams are huddling up. This is their timeout.
My wild gesturing caught on camera, but
Yeah, so once again, final 20 seconds. Let's see if Canada can pull this back and tie it up.
Yeah, they've had the lead in this match, but now Malaysia has the lead again, so we will see.
They've been going tick for tack since it was 4-4.
Yeah, both teams showing a lot of energy, a lot of poise. And now for 20 seconds, we'll see who can claw back the early advantage to set themselves up into sudden death. Only 12 seconds left now.
It's on Malaysia to throw right now. It's 3-3 in both hands, but Malaysia won the last point, so it's they have to throw first. They take a long shot, too. That was a 40-foot throw.
And I think Yusuf was hit out, and Hustis maybe caught. We will go to sudden death regardless, but I think Malaysia is going to do it with a player advantage.
That is not the end of the match. That is just the end of regulation time, and now they're going into overtime, no block.
That's right. The ref's trying to make sure everybody's super clear on that. No blocking allowed.
It's always the worst when you go and block during no block. And just that moment of blocking, it all comes back to you.
Yeah, you can see it on people's faces sometimes when they block and they instantly realize what they did wrong. But Malaysia first to throw, Mergler avoiding that. It's now 4 balls in hand for Canada. Great shot to the foot. You can see the respect being shown too.
That was a hell of a shot. Oh my God.
Yeah, that one just hovered at shin height or lower.
Whew. That was incredible. These players have such accuracy, and there we go again, the no block.
Pyong getting called out.
Yep, he forgot about it. The second the ref said, he's like, yep, you're right, 100% I blocked that.
Yeah, but that's that instinct. You want to block. The ref saying, hey, back up.
Okay, and we start back up. Let's see what Malaysia can do here.
Yeah.
Woo!
They got Snow there. Mergler with the counter, missing. Couple balls on the ground, but it's dangerous to go for those as Canada right now, with Malaysia just holding the line and daring them to. Wu gets out of the way. Now Canada's going to claim that ball.
Balls collide in midair.
Makes a good sound. Mergler missing, though. Great dodge.
Okay, Malaysia has the advantage, 4 players to 3. Can Canada tie this up to the end of the match? There's no time left. Big out.
Yeah, they hit out 3. They hit out Jim. Now Wu gets under that ball.
Once again, impressive just how low and flat out these players can get under these balls.
Yeah, we see a lot of athleticism in the dodging here. It's exhausting. Oh, Sheng with the catch. Looking for Wu. He's hit out. I think that leaves just Cerudo.
He's looking for that catch. He's got no option here. There's nothing to block with. This is the no block.
Yeah. And against 4 opponents, you need to bring some help back. There's a nice little curveball, but Robert gets under that pretty easily.
This court is surrounded by players right now. Look at this screen. And he gets him. Brings it down to 3 against 1. Gets another. Brings it down to 2 against 1. Can he tie it up?
Yeah, so
Robert CK slowly coming off the court.
Yeah, but it's still a 2-on-1 for Malaysia. But
I think he blocked it.
Yeah.
Malaysia wins the rematch.
Yeah, Sheng got hit out, but Cerudo also got hit out, and Malaysia takes it 8-6. Well, this is the closest match we've seen so far today.
Whew. What a match. If you want to see good dodgeball, that is the replay you send to people.
Yeah.
That was an incredible match.
Yeah, because once again, this is a rematch from last year's gold medal game, and there are a lot of people returning on both teams. So you knew this would be a good one. This would have had a high chance of just being an exciting match of dodgeball. So
just silver versus gold again. Just it sets the tone going forward. Malaysia, once again, didn't lose a single game, a single match all last season. And so Canada bringing them to the brink here was really important. They could have changed that, right?
Yeah, that's true. When you put it that way, the Malaysian men's team has a huge win streak dating back to last year. So,
well, at least the 2016. They went completely undefeated last year.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and they showed a lot of poise again. And I think we are going to have a little interview.
Okay.
So we're just going to get set up and turn it over to Jake.
Is this all right?
Hi everybody. I hope you can hear me. And we're just kind of working out the kinks tonight. It's the first night, but we are at the WDBF World Championships, as you know, 2018. We just had a very, very exciting rematch. Canada versus Malaysia. So Canada and Malaysia have been in the finals the last 2 years. This was a big match. Oh, I'm sorry. Introduce yourself. I did not introduce myself.
My name is Manjun. I'm from Malaysia.
Manjun has been on the team for how many years?
Roughly 4 years.
4 years. That's awesome. So you guys, this was an intense rematch. This was a match that I was really looking forward to watching because you guys have been in the finals against each other for the last couple of years. It always comes down like neck and neck. Now, you guys block a lot, and you get behind that ball, but when you when it goes into no blocking, all of a sudden you guys are in the air. You're everywhere. What's your strategy when it comes to no blocking? Like, how do you switch from so much blocking to no blocking?
I guess when we switch from blocking to no blocking, it's more of trying to get away from the ball as fast as possible and always be on your toes. And whenever you're in the air, always know that there's always a catch possible because you already did in the air. And if let's say a ball comes to try to catch, that's why we always try to stay on the floor. And going into the air is our last option. So whenever we go into the air, we do it really.
That's your last option?
Yeah.
It feels like you guys are always in the air.
That's why, because it's like there's so many balls coming from everywhere. So when we go up in the air, we try to be as explosive as possible.
All right, that's really exciting. This was an intense game. Everyone at home saw that this was an intense game. You beat Canada. You did it. So it's possible. Again, it's twice now. They're coming for you, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Any other matches you've had tonight that have been pretty intense, or is this is the only one?
No, tonight is only Canada. Tomorrow will be Australia and the US. So I guess there's more matches coming up. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and I was going to grab Jason Mergler to come in here and talk, but anything else you want to say to anyone in the meantime?
Not yet, but soon.
But soon. All right, okay. Who are you looking forward to playing the most next? United States.
Definitely United States. Nate Crater.
Oh, Nate Kreider, you want to get him?
Definitely.
What's the secret to getting Nate Kreider out?
Throwing really, really hard.
Throwing really
and
hard.
accurate.
Accuracy is the secret to getting everybody out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab Jason Mergler real quick. He's right there. If you want to grab him for me. Yeah. Thank you, Manjun. I will see you later. Thank you. Hey. You wandered off there for a minute. I was nervous we wouldn't get you. This is the world-famous Jason Mergler, ladies and gentlemen. He is intercontinental superstar, dodgeball superstar.
Thank you, Jake. I
don't think I've ever interviewed you.
Have you not? Really?
Have we?
Not even 2016?
Maybe?
Maybe. I think I was on there for a little bit.
All right, that's good. Because I was looking, I was like, all right, we need. So, Malaysia, Canada.
Yep.
The last two finals for the last 2 years have been Malaysia, Canada.
Yep.
How was this match for you?
Close.
It was intense.
Very close. I mean, they came up 4-0 to start the game. Then we came back 4-4 to end the first half. And then we were up, then they went up, and then they went up, and then we went up, and then they won.
And then, so how does it, so I was saying Malaysia's team blocks a lot. They get behind those balls, but then when it comes to no blocking, they were everywhere. What was kind of the change in strategy going against them, blocking versus no blocking?
Well, no blocking, we didn't really change our tactics at all. Like, we just kind of played like a slow, deliberate style and make sure we had balls on our side, because once you give up all the balls and no blocking, it's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, you guys have a bunch of amazing catchers, but it just seemed like they were just so fast. They were just kind of hitting you guys. Anything else? Any other matches tonight you've had that have been pretty intense? What have your matches tonight been like?
So the first match we had of the day was against Australia.
Oh, boy.
And again, they went up on us early, and again, they won that one as well, but it ended up being like 5-7 or something, so really close at the end, too.
So this year we're changing it up. This year, usually during round robin for WDBF, you play round robin, and then the top 4 seeded go after each other. But this
Okay.
year, everyone makes the playoff bracket.
Okay.
Has that changed your team strategy at all?
No, I don't think so. I think we're just playing it game by game and just seeing how it goes. We want to get as many wins as possible. I think that's like the end goal here.
You want to get as many wins as possible, obviously.
Yeah.
But then when you get hit by a country like Australia and then Malaysia
Yeah.
back to back,
It's tough.
it's tough. But it's not the end of it all, because what matters is when you get to that elimination bracket, who wins that elimination bracket game.
Absolutely. It all comes down to that.
Because
But
you could be the 9th seed and then beat the number 1 seed and just be like, peace, that's it. So,
seriously, yeah. I mean, I don't want to be the 9th seed, but
No, nobody is. Anything else you have to say? Anything else you're looking forward to, or any thoughts?
I'm looking forward to our back-to-back later on this evening.
Everyone gets
I've
a
never
couple.
done that before.
Everyone gets a couple.
That's gonna be fun.
As we grow, the logistics of dodgeball become more complicated.
Oh, I totally agree. And you've done a great job.
All right, we're working on it. You can tell me that on Sunday. All right, everybody, I'm going to throw it back. I am so happy to announce a new commentator, Miss Elisa Westman, and she will be joining Mr. Terry Thrasher, commentary, my favorite. They're going to be working together, and and we've got, what's the next game? Oh, again, Canada and Malaysia, the women's now, so it is like feud. It's just like back-to-back.
Family
intense.
feud, right? Yeah.
Family feud. I mean, we are all family, so.
Go Canada.
Go. And all right, I'm going to hand it over to Terry Thrasher and Elisa Westman.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you.